Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, Donald Trump has this uncanny ability to see things that are not there. He saw Muslims in New Jersey celebrating 9/11, even though that didn't happen. He saw Black Lives Matter having a moment of silence for the Dallas shooter, even though that didn't happen. He saw a letter from the NFL that they never sent. And most recently he saw a video of money being delivered to Iran, even though it doesn't exist. You might think he was taking drugs, like Rush Limbaugh, who was on his radio show calling for stiffer sentences for drug offenders, while at the same time he was probably the biggest drug abuser in the country. If you Google it, you'll find that Limbaugh was getting more drugs by doctor shopping than the Mexican cartels were selling. And since he's no different now than he was then, one might reasonably assume that he's probably still using. Maybe Trump gets his drugs from Rush. But Trump is not the only Republican who sees things that are not there. They saw death panels in the Affordable Care Act. They see voter fraud everywhere, even though of the millions of votes that have been cast in the last several years of elections, there are only about 35 documented cases of actual walk-in voter fraud. Several of those by Republicans. One guy even voted for Scott Walker 12 times. They also saw Acorn rigging an election for Obama even after they had gone out of business. They no longer existed. They were driven out of business by Republican lies. Well, what is also amazing is the things Republicans cannot see. They can't see climate change, even as it becomes more obvious every day. Florida's Governor Rick Scott hasn't noticed that his state is actually shrinking. They can't see anything wrong with the way police are operating, even though there are tons of videos showing police killing people, mostly black, who are not posing any threat to them. And hundreds of other videos of police breaking the law and harassing and abusing citizens of all races, especially people from Cop Watch. And Republicans can't see that conservative economic policies like Reaganomics, or as it's better known, trickle-down, don't work, even though those policies have been failing since the Reagan administration. And Republicans live in a world full of conspiracies. They see them everywhere. White genocide. The government is coming to take your guns away. And they see not allowing them to oppress LGBTQ or other minorities as taking their rights away. And somehow they look at Donald Trump and see a president. Abe Lincoln once said, you can fool all of the people some of the time, some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time. The people that are supporting Trump, those are the people that you can fool all of the time. Thanks for listening.